Hey guys, welcome to the review and result show for the April 6, 2023 edition of Ring of Honor Wrestling. My name's Dan, and I review each and every AEW and ROH show. That's everything from AEW Dynamite to Supercard of Honor. So if you missed the show and you want a quick recap, or you just want to have a place to talk all things AEW and ROH, you can do so right here. So please go right below this video, click that like button, that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell, because it always let you see past, present, and future reviews that I do, but also helps others to find my channel. And without any further ado, let's get to the review. Ring of Honor began with a backstage promo from Christopher Daniels talking about his history with Shibata and that he's gunning for a title and challenges him to a match later on in the show. Simple yet effective, Daniels always hits with his promos. The first match of the show is Mark Briscoe teaming up with the Lucha Brothers against the Workhorsemen and Shane Taylor. And Mark and Shane started things off hot, and even though Shane had the power advantage here, he was no match for Mark Briscoe's redneck kung fu. And this match would go back and forth throughout, and everyone really looking good in it, particularly Mark Briscoe. That blockbuster to the outside looked awesome. You also had Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall at ringside as they scout the Lucha Brothers for their tag team title match. And even though Mark Briscoe would be just a half a second from being pinned, he would end up hitting the J Driller to get the win for his team. After that, it's Katsuyori Shibata defending his ROH Pure Championship against the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. In this match, start off with a variety of different holds and counters. Neither one of them really gave an inch until Shibata brilliantly locked in that figure four leg lock out of nowhere. Simply amazing, forcing Christopher Daniels to use one of the two rope breaks that he would use throughout this match. But he would answer with a Koji clutch, which Shibata was able to reverse into a pin, allowing him to keep every single one of his rope breaks. Daniels would try to do the best that he could, but Shibata, he's just too damn good, and he retains with the sleeper into a PK. We then go backstage where Dasha is standing with Claudio Castagnoli, and she talks to him about who has a shot at this title, who could be worthy of it. And he would recap what happened with him and Eddie at Supercard of Honor, and says he's ready to fight anybody who proves himself worthy, which could be really anybody at this point. And even though I would love to see Eddie get another shot, I am very excited to see who Claudio wrestles next. Up next, it's Brian Cage taking on Ortiz, and I was very, very happy to see Ortiz wrestle because it's been a while since we've seen him. Unfortunately, he did pick the wrong opponent to face here, as Cage would use his power to take full advantage of Ortiz here. And even though he did get in some shots here, including a nice cannonball to the outside and delivering an impressive Death Valley driver, it was Cage that proved to be too much for Ortiz as he wins with the drill claw. After that, it's Darius Martin of Top Flight going up against Jay Lethal, and during the match, we were graced with the Kingdom on commentary, mainly Maria, as she was fantastic throughout. She sounded so comfortable and confident. I hope we get more of her on commentary in the future. And I wish we were also able to hear more of the rest of the Kingdom better, because it kind of seemed like they had to piggyback off of Caprice's mic, off of Ian's mic. Not really too conducive to a live broadcast. I think maybe next time have another headset or two, that would be good. That being said, this match was fun with them working at a very quick pace. Lethal's topes always look so effortless, along with Darius' Spanish fly. And even though Darius did look good here, he was never going to have a chance having to deal with Satnam Singh at ringside, who basically shrugged off a dropkick of his. That was pretty cool. And then you had Matt Taven getting involved when he decided to do a super kick to Darius behind the referee's back, allowing Jay Lethal to take advantage and get the win with the lethal injection. Following that, we have Rouge and Dralistico teaming up against the Infantry, and this started off hot with some fast-paced action between the Captain and Dralistico. Dralistico was able to catch the Captain off guard here with the spinning kick to the face. Carly would try to get in on it and traded some chops with Dralistico, but unfortunately for them, Rouge would come in and they would hit some great tag team offense together and will allow Dralistico to get the win with one hell of a knee. We then get Hot Sauce Tracy Williams taking on Daniel Garcia, and this was a very technically and physically sound match between these two. Not really too surprising, as we would see lots of different submissions and different kinds of takedowns. I also love the fact that Garcia really messed around with the crowd here, when they chanted for a table, he went to go get it, but flipped them off instead. That was a lot of fun. The DDT that Tracy did onto the top turnbuckle was great, but it was Daniel Garcia's DDT in the center of the ring that was able to give him the win. Next, it's Notorious Mimi going up against Willow Nightingale, and I always love the enthusiasm from commentary during Willow's entrance. Caprice had one hell of a rap that he may or may not have come up with on the fly. If he did, that was so impressive. It was so fun. And as far as this match was concerned, even though Mimi had a nice little pitting combination and a crossbody, this was all Willow here. She would start by having a little bit of fun with Mimi by dancing with her, and would get more and more physical as the match went on, and would end up winning with a gut-wrench sit-down powerbomb. After that, it's Steve Somerset and Steven Azure, aka the Even Stevens, teaming up against the Righteous in their return match to Ring of Honor. First off, I do have to mention the teammate Even Stevens. I am a late 90s / early 2000s Disney fan, so as soon as I saw the Even Stevens team name come up, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Very, very clever. But as far as this match was concerned, it was very much one-sided with the Righteous dominating here. You had Dutch hitting a huge clothesline to take both of them out, and Vincent would end things here by hitting a senton bomb, followed by an autumn sunshine to get the win in very impressive fashion. Following that, it's Tony Nese taking on Konosuke Takeshita, and Takeshita did start things off at a severe disadvantage here, as Tony not only had Josh Woods and Ari Daivari, but also Smart Mark Sterling in his corner. Josh Woods got involved early and often, but that did not take away from the fun that this match was, along with the technical ability that was on display throughout this match. Nese shined with a combination of kicks, along with an incredible springboard moonsault that he had. Looked so damn good. Then he had Takeshita doing a perfect dive to the outside onto Nese and Woods, along with a senton from the top and a blue thunder bomb, which I'll always love to see. The end of this match would see a series of near falls that almost gave Tony the win, but it is eventually Takeshita that gets the W here with a rolling German suplex. It's main event time as Athena defends her ROH Women's World Championship against Miyu Yamashita. And for those of you who've been watching, you know how much I've just been singing the praises of Athena for the longest time. So it's not really too much of a surprise that I really did love this match. Miyu was incredible as well here. That springboard kick she had off the ropes, along the variety of kicks that she would give after, were fantastic. But Athena would be a bit too smart for her, as she would use the ring apron at one point, along with spinning Miyu around and knocking her into the ring post. Just great stuff there. They would fight everywhere, as this would be very physical, from in the ring, out of the ring, even on the entrance way. But it is Athena who will retain her title here with a crossface submission. That was Ring of Honor Wrestling. What did you guys think about it? Please let me know down in the comment section below. That was another fun edition of Ring of Honor, but if I had to pick my favorites, probably the Pure Championship, the Women's Championship, and that match between Takeshita and Tony Nese. And if you enjoyed this review, please remember to go right below this video, click that like button, subscribe button, and ring the notification bell, because then it'll let you see past, present, and future reviews that I do, but also helps others to find my channel. So thank you guys once again for checking out this review, and thank you guys for being all elite.